I've made six figures in fully passive sales and had 5-figure months since I can ever remember. And today I'm going to share with you how this has happened, but also how I'm making this happen without falling into the trap of thinking that launching and selling on social media is going to make me money every single month and having a more predictable sales system. Something that I know about you in this video is for you if you are already making money, you already at 5-figure month and you know how to launch, you know how to do a launch, you have maybe even run ads, you've maybe even built funnels already. And yet it still feels heavy in your business. It still feels like you are not really quite sure where the next client is going to come from because you don't have a proven sales system. What you have been doing right now is that you're making sales from social media, you're making sales from referrals, from launches. Maybe you're launching every quarter or every month, and you've tried funnels before. You may have already a freebie or an entry offer and thinking that you're going to direct people from your content, maybe on social media, to this. But people, they don't naturally ascend right now from your ticket or from your lead magnet. And your ticket doesn't really convert into high ticket. So you may have a lot of people coming into your lead magnet. You may have a lot of people coming into your low ticket or even mid ticket offer, but they are not ascending super fast to your high ticket offer in the backend. And so what is needed is a DM conversation. But what you and I know is that not everyone is going to raise their hand to say, hey, I'm interested in your social media account. And so what I see a lot happening, and we are all doing this, I have been doing this also, is that when we post content on social media, we say to people, hey, if you're interested, comment the word blah, 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 or DM me the word blah, blah, blah. And then we may have a more manual sales system that is in the backend where we are selling to people in our DMs or in the sales call, which is like a very typical way of selling, which is also very good. But the problem is that not 100% of the people who are ready to buy right now, and you have 3% of people in your audience, by the way, who are ready to buy today, exactly what you have. The thing is that they're not going to all say, hey, I'm interested, because they don't want their name to be in your comment section, or because they don't really have a question or know how to ask you a question, or they want to first feel more the vibe. And your content, it is impossible for your content to be a full reflection of your entire brand and the complexity of who you are and the depth of your work. You and I know this. It's absolutely impossible. And you trying to replicate this on social media is going to be very, very difficult. Then when you have a backend system that is presenting to people your brand, your stories, your client story, where everything comes from, you can know that people are in good hands and that they are going to know absolutely everything that they need about you, how much you care about them, and all of the offers you have, and so on. This is when we have a very clear, simple system that is going to turn strangers into premium buyers without even have them raise their hand. And this works very well. So something that I want to say first is that, of course, I know you are not at the beginning of your journey. If you are listening to this and you're making 5-figure month, you have not just started. It's not like you are in struggle mode, okay? Is that you are under architected. You don't have really a sales problem. It's not like you can't make sales. You know how to make sales. It's just that you have a system gap, and that's very, very different. So right now, sales rely on elevated energy. Ooh, I'm in the mood, like I'm selling on social media, I'm creating a launch, how am I feeling? The mood, your hormones, your everything, your energy, okay? And if you're not following that, you are just putting it, like burying it down, being like, no, I'm fine, no, I'm fine. And actually you are not fine. You are not fine. But you have to show up because that's the way that you make sales. And so you have launch period where you create spikes, you create high revenue, and maybe you sell even like a 6 or 12 months program, and you sell it like twice a year, and you have this spike in revenue, and then it's just down. And so you make all of the sales of the year in just like 2 months in the year, where you feel completely burnt out, and when absolutely everything needs to be not a priority, because your priority is the launch, because you know that your next 6 months of revenue are based on this moment, this single week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, which is absolutely insane. But something that you do very well is to drive demand. Okay, you do this with your content, you do this with your energy. But there is no really one single pathway guiding buyers up. So every month or every launch is going to feel like you are rebuilding, and also rebuilding a pool of hot leads, people who are absolutely ready to buy, instead of just compounding all the time your result. And you are probably wondering right now if you ever need a new lead magnet. Or do I need a new lead magnet? I saw this woman, she did a quiz. This woman did this. Or I saw this woman doing carousel and giving Google Docs about everything. Do I need this? And Queen, no, you don't need this, okay? Especially if you're thinking right now, oh, I need to put a 30-day challenge. No, your clients, they probably don't have time for a 30-day challenge, okay? So it's also really important here to just have a look and already think of what is my client going to need, because if your client doesn't need this, then what do they need? Okay. And high premium clients often don't have a lot of time. So depending on your clients, you can see maybe your client has a lot of time, but if she doesn't, she might not need 30 days. And then sometimes having a 30-day challenge, does that mean that people are going to buy at the end of 30 days? What happened during the 30 days? A conversation for another time. So what you actually need is one unified sales system. So instead of having this offer, this offer, this offer, this offer, or this sales system, I sell in my DM, I sell in sales calls, I sell in launches, I have refill, is you can have different stuff, but put them into one customer journey. What is the ideal customer journey of like someone discovering you? What are the different entry points that someone can have? And really organize this. And it's going to absolutely blow your mind when you are doing this, because you're going to have one clear ascension path and one backend structure that is going to turn your content towards an entry offer, this entry offer towards perhaps a core scalable program that you have. And this core scalable program is going to feed into your high ticket offer. Maybe you have a high level mastermind or high ticket one-to-one. You don't need to have 7 funnels. You don't need to have 5 different offers. Okay. You need one ecosystem that is going to sell on repeat and create predictability. Oh, and that is also scalable. And this matters really, really so much, because when you already know how to sell, like you, the fastest way to double your revenue is not more visibility. Okay. It is architecture, and it is really on seeing who is in your sphere right now, in your world, who is not buying, and looking at your email list, looking at your audience on all your social media accounts and YouTube channels and so on. And what are people doing? And especially on your email list, can you have all the people on your email list buying from you? If you can already make 5 figures per month manually, a structured backend can really stabilize and expand what you are already doing without doubling your effort. Like, you can double your revenue. Okay. If you look at women like my clients, or like perhaps your mentors who are using backend systems to really support people into ascending into their ecosystem of offers without them being involved in the process with like the DMs or the calls or so on, they all have this, and they all double their revenue doing this. Something that is important is to really also stop thinking, I just need to launch better, I just need to refine my launch strategy. No. A whole, like, it's going to be more on, also that's why like it's such a mindset shift on, for me. I remember like when I switched from launching to evergreen sales systems, it was hard for my mindset to not go straight into, I need to create a new low ticket offer. It actually happened to me last month, and I shared that with on my social media and with my clients, being like, I was like, oh, like I'm filling up Funnel Queen Mastermind. I should launch like maybe I do a free masterclass next week, blah blah blah. No, I don't, and I didn't. And I still have plenty of clients in my Funnel Queen Mastermind because I worked with my systems. So it's really to start thinking, how do I build one system that works when I'm not launching? Because sometimes we launch something, by the way, and it flops, and it's normal. Okay. And it's normal, especially if you're someone who is creating offers. Like I'm an impulsive person sometimes. And I would be like, oh my God, this is such a good idea. I just want to launch this. And I feel like this is the thing and blah, blah. And maybe it's not going to work. And I just don't want to stress on, I'm going to do it or I'm going to not do it just because it's going to give me money or not. I want to create what I want to create, and I want to know that my business is stable, whatever idea is coming up to me, you know? So stop also like really asking yourself, how do I sell more? Sales. And which is like, of course, we want to make more sales. And this is the entire point of this. But can we make more sales by asking ourselves, how do I ascend people who are already seeing me? People who are landing on my reels, my carousel, my email list are already here. How do I ascend buyers intentionally and have a system that attract also new one, and not any new one, but attract my dream clients through ads, through trial reels, through your content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, your podcast, your newsletter, your blog post, whatever you have, the messaging here, the positioning of your offers and of your business to attract dream client, nurture them knowing exactly who you are, your brand, your offers, and show them what your brand is about, your values. And this is going to create raving fans that are absolutely ready to jump into whatever you're going to create next. And this is exactly what I've been helping all of my private clients build. And it's what we map also inside my upcoming workshop, Map Your Six-Figure Sales Funnel, that I'm going to announce soon. If you want to have the info on this, just send me a DM, and as soon as it's ready, I will send you the info. For 2 hours plus, we're going to be in a room together and set up your funnel. And this is going to absolutely change the game for you, because we're going to brainstorm together. So I'm not just going to say, oh, and this is what you do, blah, 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 and the theory. No, I'm going to say, okay, so this is what we do. Now, which one do you choose? What are you doing? And we're going to like brainstorm together depending on your business model, your experience, your dream clients, your positioning, your messaging, and so on. Because your next level, it is absolutely not about just being more visible or even improving your launch strategy or even improving, you know what, client delivery. Client delivery is amazing. It's something you should focus on, but it's not really focusing on client delivery like that is going to help you here, okay? Because what I know you want is more clients. You want new people also coming into your world, because your messaging, your positioning has evolved so much, and the spaces that you want to create have evolved so much. And so that's why you want to have new people coming in. And to have new people coming in, you need to have a simple sales system that's going to attract this person, nurture this person, and convert this person into a raving fan and into a buyer. And that's totally possible. And this comes from engineering a simple sales system that delivers predictable sales again and again. So now, please go and give an amazing review to this podcast or YouTube video, depending on where you are listening to this, to spread the word, and go and build your sales system that is going to help you really scale further. Okay, you're making 5 figures a month, but why not making more? Come and send me a DM on Instagram if you want more information about my one-to-one or about the upcoming workshop. I'm also opening the doors of my new mastermind, Edit Mastermind, which is a 12-month mastermind, next month in April. Have the most wonderful week, everyone.